I'm going to make a very quick video here today, jumping into something that I didn't want to jump into that this fast, but it's about Elvis. And I noticed today, especially right now, after watching Mike Gill's most recent video, I became so stressed out that I have decided I can't watch them anymore. And probably I'll have to stop watching Judd's videos too. It's just too much for me with what got done to me in mortgage banking. So I just wanted to say here this, and this is why it's about Elvis. And I've talked about it before. When after he raped me, I no longer walked my walks with ease. It was like I couldn't breathe anymore. Like I could not breathe. And now I realize that I never have fully been able to breathe since then. And I know after I moved from Washington to Ohio and took that job that was very physically demanding, that was killing me. I have two conditions now, and it's not treatable yet by the doctor, so she's just watching me decline. And the two conditions seriously are metabolic alkalosis and respiratory acidosis. And the respiratory acidosis is the accumulation of carbon dioxide in my lungs because of shallow breathing. Now, when I moved here, I became obese. I started getting fatter and fatter, even though I was in a high physically demanding job, and I was pushing myself. I worked upstairs, and I had to go upstairs and downstairs a lot. There was an elevator, but I thought my problem was that I was no longer physically fit, even though I continued trying to exercise. Exercise was never a stress for me the way it became after he raped me. And I have never regained that. I thought it was that I was gaining way too much weight too fast. I told the doctor that when I saw her last month. I said, and she said, no, 100 pounds in a year, that's not really that much. The fuck it isn't. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And that's really what happened. And it wasn't the wine. It was the stress. The wine didn't help. No, that didn't help. But it was the stress of his raping me and then mind fucking me for the remainder. He killed me. He literally killed me. Even though I'm walking and talking, he literally killed me. And it's difficult for me to believe that he didn't expect that. So I just had to share this because I realized watching Mike's video stressed me out. And I was like, it's not like what I'm saying is really ranting, because what I'm saying is the truth about what happened to me from those money launderers. And that's very stressful. It's very stressful because it's such a huge organization. It's the whole fucking country. And I noticed too that in my little artworks that I was making in January 2009, especially the one about my neighbor Catherine, I noticed with the filthy thing that she was saying to me, and I'm going to post that caricature because it came up later when I was being attacked on my blog. Not the caricature, but my saying that she was filthy. She was filthy, and what she did to me is what I'm going to be getting into in 2006, in my coverage of 2006 with Multicare. And her, what she said was the mentality of these medical people. And so I keep getting kind of ahead of myself in current tense, in my present situation, and evaluating how it got so bad like I am today. And I look at, my sister-in-law used to say to me, when I would get some kind of food sickness, and I would always say, oh, I don't know which thing I ate that made me sick. I didn't eat that much in those days anyway. And she would ask me, why do you try to figure that out? You always try to figure it out. And she goes, why can't you just go, oh, well, I'm sick? And it was because I didn't want to eat that again. I didn't want to get sick again. So if it was like we had stopped someplace or whatever, So anyway, that's just how I am. So and what's been done to me has been so intense. And when I listen to Mike, I just think, I want to say, give it up. You're killing yourself now. And that's how I feel now. All of a sudden, I'm like, you know what? Now I'm killing myself by listening to what is affirming even more of what went down in the banking and with those people, and that which Elvis took me out of. But at the same time, it destroyed my ability to support myself. So anyway, it's just it's been too much, man. It's been too much. And I really don't think anything's going to change. Nothing's going to change. Do you think the medical business is going to change? Even learning about how to start working with my conditions, I had to go to a Philippine doctor to find it out. Do you think anybody in every article about recovering from this condition, because I'm not quite there to go into dialysis or anything. I'm just teetering, right? So I'm trying to keep myself from going over the edge. And only no article published in this country gave hope for reversing, or at least stabilizing the condition to keep it from not getting worse. None of them. It makes me want to leave this country. This country isn't so fucking great. The problem with this country is we got the biggest military in the world, and it forces everybody to conform to it. And they're killing us the way that they want to kill us to maximize their profit. And this is just a fact. So anyway, I am going to continue with my story more than I had anticipated. I thought I was going to be able to wean out of it and move into what Elvis did. And it's kind of getting into that point where those two circumstances are starting to mesh. And I'm not going to be able to tell it if I keep being upset by the people who I want to support online, Mike and Judd Whittam, because they're still living in it worse than I am, I think. So they're still now killing themselves, and I don't think they know how to get out of it.